Hello and welcome back to today's More Report on Tuesday the 16th of December with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Han Tech Markets. Let's move on to dollar yen now, and wow, another incredible move that we've seen. This is probably the biggest one of the lot, in fact. 130 pips to the downside on dollar yen, and now I believe this is completed what I think is a head and shoulders top pattern. It doesn't show brilliantly well on this daily chart, but you do have, in my opinion, a head and shoulders top. Left hand shoulder here, then a big head and a right hand shoulder there, and the breakdown below that, I mean, that's not accurate obviously as a neckline, it's just indicative really, but I mean the breakdown below 117.22, which I can get it there you go, almost there, 117.22, it gives us a downside implied target of 112.60. Because you measure the height from the pattern, which is 121.80, down to the neckline and then projected lower, it's around about 112.60, which is incredible. And it certainly looks like the dollar yen chart is now moving back towards this 100% Fibonacci target level that we had previously. 113.77 now seems to be a fairly realistic target actually, and you can now start to think about the supports on the way down. This was earlier, this is the hourly chart, and it shows that it considered the move for a while and then bang, lost the support, broke through significantly to the downside, and the momentum has really taken it lower. Now what we're looking out for probably is a bit of a pullback. I would not certainly discount a pullback, so that pullback to the neckline, 117.22 is that neckline, so that's where I'd be looking out for a pullback. And there's a bit of resistance as well around about that 117.50 area, so there's a fairly decent area of resistance there for you to work with in terms of a pullback. But it certainly looks like the outlook is now deteriorating. Look at these moving averages on the hourly chart, all falling away now, declining in bearish sequence. The momentum indicators all bearish configuration, a little bit stretched on the downside on the RSI, so maybe it's due a little bit of a rebound, as I said, constituted by a pullback. But I certainly think it looks like we're going lower on this dollar yen chart. In terms of supports on the way down, you've got well, I'll have to zoom in slightly here. You've got these levels around from mid-November, so 115.44, sorry, 115.46, almost got that right, on the initial one, 17th of November low, and then underneath that you've got another kilo coming in around 114.88, so a couple of levels there to work with on the downside. But it certainly looks like this dollar yen chart has now completed this top pattern. You'd argue that you'd be looking out for a daily close below that 117.22 mark, so that would give us confirmation, I think, today. But if I see that daily close below 117.22, I think you've now got to start to think about this dollar yen chart pulling much lower. Anyway, I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.